Stockholm, capital and largest city of Sweden. Stockholm is located at the junction of Lake Mälar and Salt Bay, an arm of the Baltic Sea, opposite the Gulf of Finland. The city is built upon numerous islands as well as the mainland of Uppland and Södermanland. By virtue of its location, Stockholm is regarded as one of the most beautiful capital cities in the world. Stockholm was first mentioned as a town in 1252 and was largely built by the Swedish ruler Birger Jarl. Discover the top 10 must-visit spots in Stockholm. From iconic landmarks to unique experiences, this city offers an unforgettable blend of history, culture, and adventure. Here's your ultimate guide to exploring this amazing destination. Let's get started. Number 1. Vasa Museum. The Vasa Museum is a maritime museum in Stockholm, Sweden. Located on the island of Djurgården, the museum displays the only almost fully intact 17th-century ship that has ever been salvaged, the 64-gun warship Vasa. That sank on her maiden voyage in 1628. The Vasa Museum opened in 1990 and, according to the official website, is the most visited museum in Scandinavia. Together with other museums such as the Stockholm Maritime Museum, it belongs to the Swedish National Maritime Museums. Moving on to number 2, Skansen. Skansen is the oldest open-air museum and zoo in Sweden, located on the island Djurgården in Stockholm, Sweden. It was opened on October 11, 1891 by Artur Hazelius to show the way of life in the different parts of Sweden before the industrial era. The term has become a generic term referring to other open-air museums and collections of historic structures, particularly in Central and Eastern Europe, but also in the United States, Old World Wisconsin and Fairplay. At number 3, the Royal Palace. Stockholm Palace, or the Royal Palace, is the official residence and major royal palace of the Swedish monarch, King Carl XVI Gustaf and Queen Sylvia use Drottningholm Palace as their usual residence. Stockholm Palace is in Stockholm, in Gamla stan in the capital, Stockholm. It neighbors the Riksdag building. The offices of the king, the other members of the Swedish royal family, and the royal court of Sweden are here. The palace is used for representative purposes by the king whilst performing his duties as the head of state. Following up at number 4, Stockholm City Hall. Stockholm City Hall is the seat of Stockholm Municipality in Stockholm, Sweden. It stands on the eastern tip of Kungsholmen Island, next to Riddarfjärden's northern shore and facing the islands of Riddarholmen and Södermalm. It houses offices and conference rooms as well as ceremonial halls. It is the venue of the Nobel Prize banquet and is one of Stockholm's major tourist attractions. In 1907, the city council decided to build a new city hall at the former site of Elkvarn. An architectural design competition was held, which first resulted in the selection of drafts by Ragnar Ostberg, Carl Westman, Ivar Tengbaum jointly with Ernst Torolf and Carl Bergsten. Halfway through with number 5, Kungsträdgården. Kungsträdgården is a park in central Stockholm, Sweden. It is colloquially known as Kungsan. The park's central location and its outdoor cafes makes it one of the most popular hangouts and meeting places in Stockholm. It also hosts open-air concerts and events in summer, while offering an ice rink during winters. There is also a number of cafes, art galleries and restaurants, for example Gallery Dr. Glass, a name taken from the novel Dr. Glass by Hjalmar Soderberg published in 1905. Continuing with number 6, Gröna Lund. Gröna Lund, or colloquially Grönan, is an amusement park in Stockholm, Sweden. Located on the seaward side of Djurgården Island, it is relatively small compared to other amusement parks, mainly because of its central location, which limits expansion. The 3.8 hectares, 9.4 acres, 3 amusement park has over 30 attractions and is a popular venue for concerts in the summer. It was founded in 1883 by James Schultheis. Gröna Lund's roots are in the 1880s, making it Sweden's oldest amusement park. However, the area has been used for similar purposes since the early 18th century. Up next is number 7, Royal Djurgården. Djurgården, or, more officially, Kungliga Djurgården Game Park, is an island in central Stockholm, Sweden. Djurgården is home to historical buildings and monuments, museums, galleries, the amusement park Gröna Lund, the open-air museum Skansen, the small residential area Djurgårdsstaden, yacht harbors, and extensive stretches of forest and meadows. It is one of the Stockholmers' favorite recreation areas and tourist destinations alike, attracting over 10 million visitors per year, of which some 5 million come to visit the museums and amusement park. Don't miss number 8, Drottningholm Palace. Drottningholm Palace, or Drottningholm, one of Sweden's royal palaces, situated near Sweden's capital Stockholm, is the private residence of the Swedish royal family, located on Loven Island in Stockholm County's Ekerö municipality. It was built in the late 17th century and was a regular summer residence of the Swedish royal court through most of the 18th century. Drottningholm Palace is a popular tourist attraction. The name Drottningholm came from the original Renaissance building designed by Willem Boy, a stone palace built by John III of Sweden in 1580 for his queen, Catherine Jagiellon. This palace was preceded by a royal mansion called Torvsund. Almost there with number 9, Södermalm. The Södermalm district covers the island of the same name, which, however, is not fully separated from the peninsula of Södertörn, as water to both its north and south does not flow freely but passes through a lock and a man-made waterway. Södermalm is connected to its surrounding areas by a number of bridges. It connects to Gamla Stan to the north by Slussen, a grid of road and rail and a lock separating the Lake Mälaren from the Baltic Sea, to Langholmen to the northwest by one of the city's larger bridges, Västerbron, to the islet Reimersholm to the west, to Liljeholmen to the southwest by the bridge Liljeholmsbron, to Arsta by Arstabron and Skansbron, to Johanshov by Johanneshovsbron and Skanstolsbron to the south, and, finally, to Södra Hammarbyhem to the east by Danvikstol Bridge. Finally, number 10, Östermalms Food Hall. A mecca for Stockholm's taste buds, a legendary institution since 1888, an essential crossroads of tastes and flavors, an international benchmark for gourmets. The Hallis Östermalms Saluhall are emblematic of Swedish gastronomic excellence. This historic covered market in the heart of bustling Östermalmstorg Street is a paradise for foodies and curious people eager to sample the local culinary specialties. 18 renowned traders and restaurateurs across the country are hard at work to offer a fine selection of gourmet pleasures. Come to this lair of Stockholm gastronomy for an overview of the best products to try and traditional dishes to taste during your stay. We hope you enjoyed this countdown of the best things to do in Stockholm. Drop your thoughts in the comments, and let us know what we missed. Don't forget to like this video, subscribe to the channel, and hit the bell icon so you never miss our latest travel adventures.